Continuing coverage now of a breaking news story we've been covering all morning. The Richland County Sheriff's Department has ended the active search for the suspect involved in a shooting incident in Eastover. According to the Sheriff's Department, around 9:15 on Sunday, a Richland County Sheriff's deputy initiated a traffic stop on a motorcycle at Solomon and Joyner Streets in Eastover when the suspect shot at the deputy. The motorcycle that the suspect was driving at the time of the traffic stop has confirmed to be stolen from the city of Columbia. The investigation to identify that suspect continues. The Richland County Sheriff's Department is looking for a black male, approximately 6 feet tall, weighing around 165 pounds, with a slim build and short hair. He is considered armed and extremely dangerous. A live look at the State House now, where the SC Legislative Black Caucus and supporters of Denmark Technical College are gathering to help keep the school open. Supporters want Denmark Tech to remain an institution within the South Carolina Technical College system. The House budget would end the school's status, transfer all assets and appropriated funding to the Department of Education. It would force Denmark Tech students to transfer and label the college as an area trade school. And I'm in the First Alert Center with meteorologist Vaughn Gaskin. Vaughn, things are starting to feel like spring finally, but are we still expected to see some showers this week?
We can see a few showers today, but this will really be the only day until Friday, so
good news.
That's good. All right, drier air will be moving in.
Thanks, Vaughn. Severe Weather Preparedness Week gets underway today. The SC Emergency Management Division is joining with the National Weather Service to remind people about the dangers of tornadoes and flooding. They're encouraging you to buy weather radios or have other means to get severe weather warnings. Our state has been through 3 major floods in the past 4 years. And over a week ago, 4 tornadoes touched down in Edgefield, Lexington, and Richland counties. Video now of the damage left behind. There will be a statewide tornado drill this Wednesday at 9 a.m. To stay ahead of the rain and any severe weather trends, make sure to have the WIS weather app downloaded on your smartphone. It is free in your app store. There's expected to be fierce debate over the state budget when House lawmakers meet today. The total budget for the 2019-2020 fiscal year is about $30 billion. It covers everything from raises to rebates. The budget proposal sets aside $159 million to raise the starting teacher salary from $32,000 to $35,000. State employees who have not seen a pay increase since 2016 are also getting a 2% raise. When it comes to higher education, the proposal also gives $44 million towards freezing in-state tuition. Debate on the budget will start in the House at 1 p.m. The Sumter County School Board will be discussing the reopening of F.J. Delane Elementary School today. That school was closed last year in a vote and consolidated with Cherryville Elementary. The school board voted to reopen the elementary school and Maywood Middle School earlier this year. The decision prompted the state superintendent of education to declare a fiscal emergency for the Sumter School District, which the board is now appealing. Tonight's meeting begins at 6 at Crosswell Drive Elementary School in Sumter. Dominion Energy is holding a meet and greet for customers in West Columbia. The utility is offering you a chance to ask questions about the recent merger with SCANA and how it might affect your utility bill. At a meeting last month in the Lowcountry, the company said customers' bills are around 15% lower than before the merger. The original merger plan would have given customers a refund check around $1,000, but the Public Service Commission chose the second proposal, which did not include those rebates. That meet and greet is from 4 until 7 tonight at the Brooklyn Conference Center on Sunset Boulevard. One person is recovering in the hospital after a weekend shooting. Columbia police say it happened on Carousel Circle yesterday. Witnesses reported seeing 2 men arguing before that shooting. Police say the victim was shot twice. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. And a Greenwood woman is behind bars facing charges after a man was shot in the leg at a Walmart distribution center. Authorities say Deborah Morgan shot a man inside the plant around 3:30 yesterday in Lawrence County. They say both Morgan and the man involved were employees, and the victim had a protective order against Morgan, but would not say what led to that shooting. Several county agencies responded to the scene, including the Newberry County Sheriff's Office. Officials described that scene as chaotic.
The frustrating thing is that is a very big building. They didn't have radio communication with every person in there. They all took cover, hid underneath tables and such, locked themselves within rooms, and it took a very long time to go around slowly and get the word to these people.
Morgan faces several charges, including assault and battery with intent to kill. And you'll also want to call Crime Stoppers if you know who tampered with and stole items from utility boxes in Lexington County. The Lexington County Sheriff's Department posted this picture on social media saying deputies have found several boxes similar to these opened with items stolen from out of them. The black box from the crashed Ethiopian Airlines plane has been recovered. The plane crashed over the weekend shortly after takeoff from Addis Ababa en route to Kenya, killing all 157 people, including Americans on board. NBC's Sarah Harmon reports from Nairobi.
A new development in the investigation, Ethiopian Airlines confirming on their Twitter they have now found both of the plane's black boxes. The families of those on board will be hoping these devices will offer some clues as to what brought down this Boeing 737 MAX 8 just a few minutes after takeoff from the Ethiopian capital. 8 Americans among those killed. In total, more than 35 nationalities on board this flight. Investigators are combing the field just 30 miles from the airport where the plane crashed.
We are very, very saddened. Our heart is broken for this tragic accident.
People have been drawing comparisons to the Lion Air jet crash back in October in Indonesia. It involved the same model of plane, a Boeing 737 MAX 8, and it also crashed just minutes after takeoff. Boeing says they'll be assisting with the investigation.
And a number of countries have now temporarily grounded that particular airplane model as they wait for answers. The spring and summer travel season begins in just a few weeks, and some vacation hotspots are expecting record crowds this year. That's why anyone planning a getaway should expect higher prices and might need to consider alternative ways to pay for it. Travel experts say if you want to head to those busy destinations, now is the time to redeem loyalty points and use them for more luxurious properties. They also suggest less popular but more affordable destinations, and make sure you're booking with the right credit card, one that offers travel protections.
Really make sure that travelers are being wise about how you book and making sure that you have some sort of insurance against delay.
Experts say you should also keep an eye on the weather when you travel. More thunderstorms pop up during the spring and summer. A Pennsylvania man said Sunday that he's turned a VHS tape over to law enforcement that he claims shows singer R. Kelly abusing underage girls. Now prosecutors are set to review a third sex tape connected to the singer. Breaking news right now on your News at Noon. Richland County deputies say 2 people have been detained following a chase this morning. They say deputies were called out to the 3000 block of Broad River Road in reference to a stolen vehicle. That's when they say the vehicle sped away from deputies, with the chase ending in the 1500 block of that same road. Again, 2 people, the driver and passenger of that vehicle, have since been detained. Today, President Donald Trump releases his proposed budget for the 2020 fiscal year. The proposal calls for balancing the budget in 15 years and includes nearly $3 trillion in spending cuts. However, the president is requesting $8.6 billion in border wall funding. In a joint statement, House Majority Leader Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blasted the wall. They also said Congress would not provide funding for it. President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, is up for a second sentencing. Manafort received 47 months in prison for tax and financial fraud charges, well below the 19 to 25-year prison sentence recommended by the federal guidelines. This time around, Manafort could get a maximum of 10 years. The 2 charges Manafort will be sentenced for in D.C. this time are conspiracy against the U.S. and conspiracy to obstruct justice for attempting to tamper with witnesses. He pleaded guilty to both last year. Embattled R&B star R. Kelly is back in the news today after a Pennsylvania man says he found a tape involving women who appear to be underage with a man who looks like R. Kelly. The tape was turned in to federal officials, but for now they have not made any comment. NBC's Ron Mott has more on this developing story.
This morning, R&B star R. Kelly out of jail, but far from out of trouble. This man, Gary Dennis, saying he found an old VHS tape in his collection showing a man he thinks is the singer, whom he says he's never met, sexually abusing multiple minors. Attorney Gloria Allred says she isn't certain the man on the tape is Kelly, but turned the video over to federal prosecutors because she says the girls appear to be underage. Kelly has long denied ever sexually assaulting minors. His attorney, Steve Greenberg, in a statement writing, R. Kelly denies that he is on any tape with underage girls. The doubt here is self-evident, with reporting that the man on the tape kinda sorta looks like R. Kelly. That doesn't make it him. It is not him. He adds, it is irresponsible to continue to take the speculation of every Tom, Dick, and Harry and report it as if it is fact. In a disturbing outburst with CBS's Gayle King, the 52-year-old Kelly forcefully rejected accusations that have followed him for 2 decades.
I'm not afraid because I'm telling the truth.
The singer facing 10 counts of sexual abuse involving 4 women, 3 of them minors at the time, walking out of a Chicago jail this weekend after spending 3 nights before posting more than $161,000 owed to his ex-wife in back child support.
I promise you we're going to straighten all of this stuff out. That's all I can say right now. I promise you.
R. Kelly due back in court on Wednesday on his child support case. Ron Mott, NBC News, Chicago.
Los Angeles authorities have identified the 9-year-old girl whose body was found in a duffel bag last week. The victim's name was Trinity Love Jones of Los Angeles.